Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wealthy Life, a channel for your personal growth, awakening, and financial wisdom. Have you ever sat in a meeting and thought, how is this person so confident and so wrong? Or maybe you found yourself hesitating to speak up, even when you knew more than most in the room. This curious pattern isn't just coincidence. It's a well-researched psychological phenomenon known as the Dunning-Kruger effect, and it reveals a harsh truth. The less someone knows, the more likely they are to overestimate themselves. And the more someone truly knows, the more likely they are to doubt themselves. In 1995, a man named MacArthur Wheeler robbed two banks in Pittsburgh without wearing any disguise. When arrested hours later, he was genuinely shocked. "But I wore the juice," he cried. Wheeler had read that lemon juice can be used as invisible ink. So he believed that smearing lemon juice on his face would make him invisible to security cameras. This real case fascinated psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger, who later conducted experiments to understand why people like Wheeler could be so confidently wrong. People who lack competence also lack the self-awareness to realize their incompetence. And worse, this ignorance creates an illusion of superiority. The confidence curve, why ignorance feels like expertise. When we first learn something new, whether it's marketing, cooking, or crypto, it's common to feel a surge of confidence. We've learned a few facts, we've had a little success, and suddenly we feel like an expert. This early confidence often peaks in what's called Mount Stupid. At this point, we know a little, but we think we know a lot. Then, as we dig deeper, we hit the Valley of Despair, where we realize just how much we don't know. This is a critical point where real growth begins. Eventually, with effort and experience, we reach the slope of enlightenment and climb toward the plateau of sustainability, where real expertise resides, often paired with quiet confidence. You ever heard Socrates? The smartest man who knew nothing. One of the most famous historical examples of true humility comes from Socrates, the ancient Greek philosopher. When told by the oracle of Delphi that he was the wisest man in Athens, he responded, "I am wise because I know that I know nothing." This wasn't false modesty. Socrates understood that true wisdom lies in understanding the limits of your own knowledge. ITS Time TO tell you the story of the apprentice and the master. In martial arts, a beginner may feel powerful after learning a few techniques. He struts with confidence, picks fights, and believes he's invincible. But the master, someone who's trained for 20 years, walks with humility. He knows how much he still doesn't know. He respects the art, the danger, and the complexity of real combat. What's the difference? Awareness. Elon Musk, the man behind Tesla and SpaceX, could easily boast about his genius. But in interviews, you'll often hear him say, "I could be wrong. This is just my current understanding." I try to approach things with humility. This isn't just PR. It's a reflection of deep, real intelligence. Musk knows that complexity can never be fully conquered. The more he learns, the more he questions. In the film Good Will Hunting, Will, a young janitor at MIT, solves graduate-level math problems in secret. He's brilliant, but also deeply insecure. When his therapist, Sean, Robin Williams, confronts him, we realize Will's intelligence is real, but his wisdom is still growing. Meanwhile, others with far less ability often act with fake confidence and loud opinions. Why overconfidence is dangerous. Overconfidence doesn't just make people look foolish. It can lead to terrible decisions. Doctors are misdiagnosed because they don't ask for second opinions. CEOs who ignore advice and steer companies into the ground. Leaders who speak with absolute certainty and lead others astray. Everyday people who refuse to learn, change, or grow. As Mark Twain once said, "It ain't what you don't know that gets you into trouble. It's what you know for sure that just ain't so." So what can we do? 1. Become aware of the curve. Notice where you are on the confidence-competence curve. Are you on Mount Stupid or in the Valley of Despair? Accept where you are so you can keep growing. 2. Stay curious. The smartest people aren't the ones with the most answers, but the ones asking the best questions. 3. Surround yourself with the right people. Feedback, mentors, even criticism. These help refine your understanding and keep your ego in check. 4. Practice intellectual humility. Say, "I don't know," more often. It's not weakness. It's the gateway to strength. 5. Watch out for loud confidence. When someone is overly confident, pause and ask, do they actually know what they're talking about, or are they blind to their own ignorance? The Dunning-Kruger effect isn't just about psychology, it's a mirror. Sometimes we are the overconfident amateur. Sometimes we are the humble expert. The key is to keep learning, keep questioning, and keep growing. And when in doubt, remember this quote from Charles Darwin: ignorance more frequently begets confidence than does knowledge. So the next time someone seems too sure of themselves, ask them, are they wise or just unaware? And the next time you doubt yourself, maybe it's a sign you're smarter than you think. William Shakespeare said, "The fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool." Let that sink in. If you've ever doubted yourself, good. It means you're aware, learning, and growing. But if you think you have it all figured out, you may want to look again. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, like, and share the video. May you soon discover your true direction in life.